welcome to my channel Tech Initializer. So today in this video we'll be talking about predicates. So we have already covered the theory section of predicates in our previous video. So in this video we'll be talking about all the methods that are present in the predicates interface and how we can use them. So the first method is the test method, and that is the main method, main abstract method that is present inside the predicates interface. So let's start creating a predicate of type string, and here we will be checking if our length of a string is greater than 2. So we need to supply an lambda expression because predicates take an object as an argument, and we can perform some validation. We can provide some condition on this object. So for example, I want to test if my string's length is greater than 2 or not. So how to test this predicates? So we can just simply print out, we can use our predicate and call the test method on this, and then we need to supply our string that we need to test our predicate against. So I will be supplying hello here. Since hello has 5 characters and its length is greater than 2, so this predicate should return us a true value. So if you run the program, we can see we got the true value here. And also if you want to provide some string that is not greater than 2, for example h, only single character h, then we will be getting a false here. As you can see, we have received false. So now we will be talking about the AND method that is available in the predicate interface. So as we can see here, the AND is a default method, and the only abstract method present inside predicate is test, and all other methods that are there are default methods. So we can have unlimited default methods inside an functional interface, but we should only have one abstract method. So that is the condition of functional interface. So let's go back to our predicates example. So AND method helps us to combine 2 or more predicates. For example, if I want to check my string that it should be greater than 2, but it should be less than 5. So I can create one more predicate and just copy this, and should be less than 5. So it should be less than 5. So now how I can combine both the predicates? So I will create a new predicate which will say is length greater than 2 and length less than 5. So how we will combine these? Is length greater than 2 dot and this AND method requires a predicate which is length less than 5. So both these conditions should return true, then only it will return true as an answer. So for example, I will be checking one string and I have to use this predicate now, and this predicates test method, and here I need to supply my string. So I have to provide a string that should be length should be greater than 2 and less than 5. So I will be providing HELL. So the length of our string is 4, and it should pass both of our predicates conditions because it is greater than 2 as well as it is less than 5. So in this case it should return true to us. So let us run this program, and we can see here it is returning a true. So both the conditions needs to be true in order to get a true value, as we have combined both of the predicates. So this is how you can combine both the predicates. Similarly, there is an OR operator which tells us if any of the condition is true, then it will return a true. For example, I will take the same example, but here instead of AND, I will be using OR. So I'll be using OR. So if the length is greater than 2 or length is less than 5, it will return a true. So I will be giving, so I need to use the OR one, and I will call the test method here. If I see hello, so if I run this program, I will be getting a true value here. This is because this predicate condition becomes true because the length is greater than 2. That's fine. And this is false but any of them, if it is true, then it will return a true value. So I've got a true value here. So hope you understand this or and AND operations. Now the last one is the negate. So it negates the predicate. For example, I have created this predicate if the length is greater than 2. If I need to negate it, the negate is the opposite. It means length should be less than 2. So if I use this predicate here and negate it, so I will be printing it. So is less than length greater than 2 is negate. It means the length should be less than 2 now. And if I get the test method here and supply any string h, so this should return me false because we have negated it. So the length should be greater than 2, but the negation is it should be less than 2. So if we run this program, we should get a true value here. As you can see, we get a true value here. So these are all the methods that are present inside the predicate interface. If you want to explore more, you can just go to the predicate interface, and there is only one abstract method and others are all default methods here. So that's it from this video. In the next video, we will be talking about suppliers. Thanks for watching. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you.